Year after year, residential remodelers are the most complained about, according to the Better Business Bureau. At Brothers Services, they are working day in and day out to put an end to that trend by making sure that every job in your home is done right. Here now with insider information on how to choose the right contractor is Darren Bowen, the Vice President of Remodeling with Brothers Services. Welcome.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about Brothers Services. You guys have been around for, what, 30 years?
34. We're in our 34th year.
34 years.
Yes.
So what sorts of projects do you do?
Wow. Anything relating to the home. Exterior projects, kitchens, baths, full remodeling projects, even custom homes.
Okay, so inside, outside, everything.
Everything.
You're covered.
We are.
All right, good. So this just as an informational for people who are watching right now. When we are looking for a contractor, where do we start?
Best place to start is to make sure that they're licensed with the Maryland Home Improvement Commission. It is the law, but it also affords some stability, to make sure that the contractor has some basic knowledge. It also gives the owner rights to the guarantee fund that's statewide in case your contractor doesn't perform the work that you've agreed to.
Got it. So then you've got some sort of coverage.
You do.
All right. So what if I find a contractor, and a lot of us do this, where it's a friend of a friend that can do this or that. Should we go that route, not go that route, or do a little more digging? Well,
you should always do a little more digging. It's a great place to start with a personal reference to make sure that someone else has had a great experience. But there's also things that you want to make sure of, like certificate of insurance. Ask to see the contractor's certificate of insurance, but also make sure that that coverage is in existence. Some contractors, unfortunately, will buy coverage and then let it lapse to save money. So a 5-minute phone call, a 5-minute phone call can really save a headache.
I never thought of that, that they would just sort of show it to you, but then it lapsed.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So already learned a little nugget there. I'm also wondering about permitting. I know some contractors will say, hey, I've got it handled and I'll handle all the permitting, and then others might defer to the customer themselves.
Yeah, that's a great question to ask your contractor when you're interviewing. Make sure to ask if they are going to pull permits, if they are going to get the required inspections. As a matter of fact, if the answer to that question is anything other than yes, you should probably talk to another contractor.
Really? So the contractor should be the one that's handling the permits, not putting it on the...
They should be, yes.
Okay. All right. So it just handles everything. And I guess that makes sense because the contractor is going to know a lot more about what permits are needed rather than the layperson.
Absolutely.
So just in terms of picking a contractor to trust, are we, going online, looking at reviews, talking to people, going to showrooms, is there one tried and true way to do it, or is it all of it?
It's all of it, but it's really, you need to be comfortable with who's going to be in your home. So asking all of those questions, making sure they're licensed, insurance, and then one other thing is to make sure that whatever you talked about is formalized into an agreement. Not just some numbers written down on a piece of paper, not just a handshake. Make sure you have a real agreement in place.
That makes sense. And actually a plan, not just like, hey, why don't you do this thing? Like, no, we're going to do this, this, and that.
Right.
I know with Brothers, you have a new showroom, so I want you to talk about that because I heard it's really pretty.
We do. Just last year, we opened our newest showroom in the Annapolis Town Center, so come visit.
Well, I will come visit because you guys are giving us a deal, and I can spend that deal when I go look at the showroom.
Perfect.
Right now, for the month of March, Brothers Services is offering 30% off of exterior projects. That includes roofing, gutters, siding, replacement windows, and doors installation as well. Also, 15% off of kitchen and bath remodels. This is a steal. That is really, really amazing. So you can call Brothers Services today at 410-BROTHER. That's singular. Don't add that S. Otherwise, visit them online at Brothers. Do add the S there. BrothersServices.com. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.